The biggest mistake is you think you have time. Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. And once it's lost, you can never get it back. As I record this, we're just days away from the new year, and what better time than a new year to talk about kicking some serious financial ass and earning your time back. We're going to talk financial strategies and goals, but ultimately we're going to talk about becoming a master of your time, and you can do it in just a year. We're going to talk about a better way to think about New Year's resolutions and how to make the most of the year ahead no matter where you're watching this. It's time you place a higher value on your time and how you spend it. Let's talk why and how. But I wanted to discuss another quote before we move on. Bill Gates once said, "Most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. I completely disagree with the first part of that. I feel in my heart and soul people still underestimate what they can accomplish in a year. I'm not talking resolutions. I'm talking about real life change, success, doing what you didn't think was possible, accomplishing what most people aren't brave enough to even attempt. I'm talking about making this your year. I'm talking about doing something great, specifically being great with your money and changing your financial life once and for all. Yes, in just 1 year, because you can control your money or it can control you. People do extraordinary things in 1 year. Each year, individuals and groups of people accomplish incredible things. They create new inventions and new technologies that help people. People break personal records and even world records. They win awards. They earn degrees. They start a successful business, earn a huge promotion or land a dream job, lose a life-changing amount of weight. People and teams win world championships in sports every year. People successfully fight off a grim cancer prognosis, find the love of their life, or make a lifelong friend, start a family, save lives, meet their idols, become role models themselves, spend 1,000 hours mastering a unique skill. They conquer fears, they stand up to bullies, they see the world, they create a movement that changes the world, they make art, they build incredible things. And yes, individuals even change their financial life for good. That was me, so I know it's more than possible and more doable than you think. Today I'm going to discuss why and how, and it all starts with developing the right mindset. Your mentality becomes your reality. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Whether you are in a desperate situation, trying to overcome a financial hardship, or simply trying to save more and invest more of what you earn, it all starts in the mind. It starts with becoming resolved about it and deciding you're going to take consistent action and commit. Procrastination must become your enemy. Before all else, you must make a commitment to conquer your financial fears. From there, and this is key, forgive yourself for past financial mistakes. What's done is done. Yes, think about your wins and losses from this last year and beyond, but ultimately, here and now is what you can control. And it's scary at first, but you must get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. You must admit what you don't know and commit to learning. Then, take action. I'll cover action, by the way, in a moment, to be sure. Here are a handful more of mindset habits and tips that I've employed and recommend. Express gratitude often. Ditch your all or nothing mindset when it comes to reaching challenging goals. Otherwise, you'll be very tempted to give up when you hit a snag or a roadblock. And there are 2 rules I like to talk about, and I hope you'll mentally commit to one of these to help you have your most productive financial year yet. The first is what I call the 1% rule. It's where you commit to working on your finances for 14 minutes and 24 seconds a day. It's specific because it's 1% of each day. And yet you can go ahead and round it up to 15 minutes. The second rule is the 2-day rule. You can go a day without working on your finances, but never 2 in a row. Many people use this rule for exercise and working out, and I think it works beautifully for making massive financial strides if you apply it to your money. I recommend you meditate or journal on your journey. It helps you reflect and assess your success. Learn, grow, reflect, repeat. Most people that set New Year's resolutions fail, and you probably know that. So I always encourage focusing on building your habits around a goal or theme instead. This channel is called The Money Resolution because back in 2018, I set a one-word resolution: money. I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't even know how to set financial goals since I was truly starting from ground zero, or rather a negative $80,000 net worth hole. But I was committed to learning and working on my money every day. If you are committed to doing the same, here are a handful of actions that you can take so that you can be consistent. They're small, but small efforts add up and get you compounding results. And I do recommend writing down your favorites from this list, especially a few quick wins that you can get started with. Meal prep and commit to always making your own lunch at least. Learn how to cook in general. Consume inspiring finance books and video content. Start a side hustle and or develop a passive income stream. Avoid impulse shopping. Remove your saved credit card info from sites like Amazon to help you do so. Stop the FOMO by staying off of social media. Give up a vice or vices, especially the expensive ones. Set up auto pay, auto investing, and auto savings because automation is critical. Auto pay can even earn you discounts. Practice saying no. No to excessive going out with friends, no to the upsells, no to gambling, and so on. Try a spending freeze for a day, then a week, then longer. Make your own coffee or find a different latte factor that you can eliminate. And I actually rapped about the topic recently. Yeah, I said I rapped. Anyway, I'm just scratching the surface here. The idea is to learn, create a plan, action on it, reflect, repeat. Plus, subscribe and watch more Money Resolution because finance tips are kind of my thing. I even have entire books full of them that I'll link to below. All right, let's talk goals, and hang with me because this isn't the generic stuff you've probably heard. I'm going to provide you with a handful of finance goals and ideas to get you started. It is important to set a goal that excites you and motivates you. If you're not excited about your goal, it's likely not going to happen. Then, of course, figure out how to break up your big goal into smaller goals with concrete deadlines attached. But again, it's not all or nothing because then you'll be tempted to give up when you're off track. I always recommend you start, by the way, by sharing your goal publicly in whatever way you feel most comfortable with. It doesn't have to be a declaration on social media because again, stay off that. It could just be telling a friend or even your partner. And of course, review your goals and progress regularly. More important than that though, celebrate your wins and milestones achieved. That helps me stay motivated and excited about the next phase in my journey. So on screen are 5 goals that I love if you're just getting started. Read a personal finance book or 5, cover to cover, free from the library. Pay off 1 or all of your credit card debts. Save your first $10,000. Put half of that in an emergency fund. Earn your first $1,000 from a side hustle. Open and max out a Roth IRA, which is $6,000 for individuals in 2022. If you're a little further along though, here are 5 additional finance goals. Pay off any outstanding student loans. Open a 529 plan if you have or plan to have kids to start saving for their education. Max out a 401k, which is up to $20,500 for individuals in 2022. Determine your financial independence number and make a complete financial game plan. And I actually have a new 2022 planner I'm excited to share in the new year. Aim to increase your savings rate by 5% this next year. If you're curious what my 2022 financial goals and plans are, I do have a handful I'll share here. Now, first off, since we just got married, we do plan to combine all of our finances. That's accounts, credit cards, budget, goals, and so on. I also need to update my beneficiaries. That is so very important if you've never done this. And since we just bought a house, we do plan to pay an extra $1,000 towards our mortgage each month. And related to that house purchase, we both need to build our savings back up. As always, my goal is once again to save half of my income. This year, that's half of our combined household income since my wife is fully on board with this plan. If you're ready for a difficult but life-changing challenge to jumpstart your early retirement journey, that's my final concrete goal for you. Aim to save half of your pre-tax income. Sound difficult? It doesn't have to be. I can show you how. If you missed the announcement at the end of my last video, Save Half, Retire Fast, my third personal finance book, is now available for pre-order and it's out in just a few days. It's your complete guide to financial independence and early retirement, from money mindset to eventual retired millionaire. It's everything I've learned in this last year and a half since diving headfirst into all things FIRE movement, since committing to an early retirement journey myself, because I'm on a mission to buy back my time and freedom. The secret, my plan, and what I detail in this book is to save and invest half of your income, because if you do so, you can retire in as little as 17 years on any income, no matter where you're starting from. It's the perfect book to kickstart your money resolution in 2022 or beyond. And remember, you can set a 365-day resolution at any point in the year. You can commit to saving half anytime with my new book, Best Tips, Motivation, and Concrete Strategies. Financial independence isn't a dream. Make it a priority. I believe ordinary people can do extraordinary things financially when they get committed, learn, and take consistent action. I believe people can save half in a year. It would mean the world to me if you spent a few dollars to support the book and indie authors, to snag a copy for yourself. If you do an honest review over on Amazon, would mean the world to me as well. Link to the book in the description and first thing in the comments. Thank you so much for considering. As some of you know, in 2021, I got engaged, married, went on a 2-week tropical honeymoon, bought a house, got a new job, made 99, soon to be 100 YouTube videos. I published more than 100 articles over on Medium. And on December 31st, I'm launching this third book. I wrote it in a year as a passion project. Anything is possible if you're motivated, clear about what you want, set goals, and put in the work, and do so consistently. It's learning and reflecting often. It's believing in yourself. It's committing to wanting more out of your life. A 1-year commitment with your why in mind is critical, because you can absolutely change your financial life in a year, or your life in general. You are the hero, the star in your story, so be one in 2022. You're not superhuman, but you're more super than you realize. You can do so by focusing on building habits and systems, not by setting lofty, unrealistic New Year's resolutions. Resolve to get good with money, one day, one small action item at a time. Don't underestimate what you can do in a year. Don't underestimate the power of productive hours adding up. Don't underestimate how much you can learn and apply your learnings. Compound learning and compound actions are real, where results can be exponentially greater than you realize. Start before you think you're ready. It might feel messy and you might feel lost at first, but take to heart the mental approach, actionable tips, and goals that I shared in this video, and I'm absolutely confident you will finish strong. The best part? It won't be a 1-year improvement. I think it'll lead to a lifetime of financial success and habits that stick. If you want to continue to see my money resolution story and early retirement journey, be sure to subscribe here if you haven't. If you want a guide on your journey, give my book, Save Half, Retire Fast, a look. Like this video if you enjoyed it and I earned it. And I'd love to know what stood out to you from this video and what are you most looking forward to in 2022, financially or otherwise. What has you fired up right now? My name is Frankie. Your name is resolved for getting to the end of the year with me. Have an awesome week or year ahead, and I hope to see you friends in a few days on New Year's Eve for video number 100, because goals.